Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. JC here with another video on Action Taimanin. Today we're gonna do the new 10 floors for tower, but before we start, don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. So I'm gonna do a blind run, basically. I don't know like the order of the waves. We're gonna know what enemies we're facing, of course, because of this, but I don't know exactly the stage or the wave order or how many there are gonna be, so yeah, it's gonna be easy even so. So let's do a couple builds. I mean, I could easily demolish this with just one character, but I'm gonna do different builds just to clear this. So, demon and human. Technically, the best option here would be to use a machine type character, and Saika would be a great option. But let's do something else. Let's go with Asuka, just for the fun of it. Right now, my Asuka is just about to be able to use Clear Wing Blade optimally. And I could keep Blade Impact, but I'm gonna use Serpent Carnage because it is just a great weapon. There's gonna be a bunch of demons and one human. I'm just gonna go with critical then. Critical damage. Both elements. 2 and 2 since I'm gonna go mixed. And whatever attack Magatama on the sub slot. Yeah, just like that. Okay, so we have Serpent of Carnage 4 out of 5. No, 5 out of 5 plus 15. And Impact Blade 5 out of 5 plus 15. And for the color, I have HP recovery and preferably I go green. So since I want to go green, I'm gonna put this and this, Akane and Kowaru. The question is, who do I put at the on the last slot? I mean, I can change the main for this one last character, but who? I need something that gives me generic damage, like Tomoe. Use particle to increase damage. And speed grant 3 seconds of effect duration per particle use. Up to 30 seconds on 35. Tomoe is not a bad option, honestly. It's not that bad. This is actually pretty decent for the most part. Saika. No, I'll use a Suruga, just cause. Like, a generic critical build, pretty F2P for the most part. Like, this one's given to us on an event, or well, campaign. This is a permanent weapon, technically renewal, but it's permanent. So, as for skills, Mach Impact, Kill 'em all missiles, and Wind God Slicer. Just Wind God Slicer to deal with the waves of enemies. Stats of the customs, stat training, and let's do the run. Oh, yeah. Before that, we also have to change this. What would be good? So this is a suppressed type character. And it's a machine type character. But it's a mixed attacker, so I'll use this. Increase damage dealt by machines. And increase damage dealt to machine. Penetration of machine. Damage taken, increase damage dealt to... Okay, what about suppress? For suppressed, I have speed increase. Damage increase, generic damage increase? Nah, because it's not gonna be all melee. There's gonna be critical damage of suppressive characters increased by 16. Yeah, that's pretty good because it's all the damage. And the last one that I'm gonna put is gonna be Ex Nisha 8. Yeah, this one is gonna help me out because... No, wait. No, I'm not. No, because I don't debuff the enemy. That's the issue. Okay, what could be good? Like generic damage increase? I know, critical. Let's go with critical. There's probably something that I can use for critical. Increase critical rate. Assist, suppress critical rate, protect. Reduce damage taken by machine and increase critical damage of machines. Not bad. Actually acceptable. The UFS Taimanin is actually pretty good. So yeah, with this, I should be able to just clear this. So let's do a run. And let's see how difficult this is. Wow. A wide stage. Well, that's why I like to use Wingot Slicer, because it's going to help me out with the mobs. So I just do this, I evade, and I can use the active, and and that's it. Yeah, pretty good. Simple, simple, simple. And I recover HP. Yeah, it's not that hard for the most part, because it is just the first stage of the new ones. It's always the 5th and the 10th that is going to do that is going to be a challenge. Well, with some exceptions. Like, we remember that who was it? Yeah, Bodyguard, Evil Bodyguard Momochinagi was pretty difficult because of the stage. Rather than the enemies, it was more about like how cramped the space was. Okay, just like that, and I use the active, and just like that, and I'll use the ulti for the mobs, and that's it. Yeah, pretty simple, pretty easy. Now, let's see. So, obviously, it's not that difficult because I use a machine type character for this one, and 5 limited gacha coins is not that bad. Oh, so we can check the limited gacha coins here. Nice, excellent. Let's see for the next one. We are facing more demon enemies and another human. I mean, I could keep using Asuka or another machine type character. Technically, that would be the wisest thing to do. Well, why not? Mirabelle. Why Mirabelle? She's getting her limited pack soon. We already had a chance to see the effect of the weapon. It's basically going to enhance, if I'm not mistaken, green. Let's see those skills. Fire support. Yeah, it's gonna enhance green. And on top of that, it has a generic effect. It's basically another copy of the Momochi weapon, so that's gonna be pretty busted for Total War. But since we're gonna have the opportunity to use Mirabelle soon enough, a stronger version of Mirabelle soon enough, I'm gonna be equipping Mirabelle. So first of all, I just go with critical damage, increase critical damage. And let's see. Double wind with double fire. That should do it. Then I put whatever attack Magatemas on the sub slot. Yeah, just like that. Perfect. And let's see, what else? I could go green to have HP recovery. I could go blue to use Massacre Kurenai. And I won't go red. So, which is it gonna be? I think green. Yeah. Green just because of the damage increase. The critical damage increase. It's gonna deal a ton of damage. And let's see. Oh, yeah, the debuff. Sorry, spread shot is not gonna be doing anything. So, let's see. Which is the best one that I can equip on grid? The basic enhancer. The basic enhancer is pretty solid. So, another green build. Since we are using a range attacker, I can equip Sora. Still a pretty decent supporter. Along with this, Akane and Kowaru. Yep, just like that. Perfect. Skills. For the weapons, I'm going to be using Val and Sigurd. 5 out of 5 and plus 14. And the Mochi weapon, 3 out of 5 and plus 14. Stats of the customs. Stat training. I mean, This is another super quick fire that what she's max out. And for the formations, so we can go with the range. Let's see, over here we have, where is it? Increase critical rate of range attacks and critical damage, which I'm gonna need. What else? Increase critical damage of range attacks. And is there something else that I can equip for her? Critical. She is protect. Yeah, technically there should be a skill that I can equip, and that's gonna be, yeah, the critical damage protected characters increased by 16%. Yeah, which I should go for critical rate considering that I don't have the weapons at 5 out of 5, both weapons at 5 out of 5, but it's gonna be good enough, especially considering how fast she can attack. So let's do the run. And well, those are tanky. Oddly enough, they are pretty tanky. I mean, they shouldn't. They are not going to have damage reduction against machines, so I don't know why they are so tanky. Well, fire support. And I don't have to use the HP recovery just yet, but I can just for the damage. Let's see, good enough. So I'm gonna use the ultimate because there's a lot of benefit to be gained from using this. Let's see, yeah, and I just get near the enemy. Good enough. And fire support. And oh, well, they died before I could use the HP recovery, but there are ways to get HP recovery, even though it's a skill that recovers HP on damage. That's what I like. When you just go full damage, you can recover a ton of HP, so they are worth it. Let's see. For this stage, we're facing more demons and humans. They really want us to use machines for these ones. Okay, who else I can equip? I don't want to use Saika because I already did the video on Saika. She's just busted. Oh my god, no. I'm gonna use a human. Let's go with a human. Even though there's gonna be some damage reduction. Let's go with Asuma. Just cause. We know how busted she is. Though, oof, the weapon. I'm gonna change the weapon because that would be too busted. Just normal busted with her. So, critical damage. And I want water element. Yeah, with that, it should be good enough. And let's go with earth. Yeah. Okay, I equip everything. Cool, perfect. And then the question is what color? Red. Red seems fine. I prefer to go. No, wait a moment. I don't have HP recovery if I don't have the weapon. So I guess that means I'll go blue. Is blue? Yeah, it has damage increase, so blue is good enough. So since we're compensating, I'm gonna be using, of course, Kurenai because of the lack of HP recovery. Wait a moment. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, she does have HP recovery on green. But no, I don't want to use green. It was either red or blue. So I'm using Kurenai, Massacre Kurenai, with a suppress human. Against demons and a human. Like the safe bet is gonna be, of course, Anna Rose. But is there something else that I can use? I'll take the Founding 3 since we're getting a copy soon enough. And something a little bit more F2B. Yeah, Azagi, since we had a campaign this year for this supporter, and you probably have this at a good death level. So yeah, she's gonna be tanky. And I'm gonna be able to abuse the active so much with this particular build. So yeah, good enough, good enough. Let's see. Of course we always use Palong, and now since I have this, I need Slayer Yinglong, Heavenly Demon, Slayer Yinglong, because we need the burn. Let's see. There we go. Nice. Perfect. 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 So let's do that. Well, start of the customs, start training, and if I'm not mistaken, she's melee. She's pure melee. Yeah, pure melee. So we can just abuse that. And she's human and suppress. Nope. Over here. Since she's suppressed, we're gonna start with that, giving her a ton of damage with the Halloween Expedition team. Then we're gonna use, of course, the Cannon Warrior. And lastly, Home Alone just cause. There, perfect. Huge damage increase. I mean, not that she needed, she's already pretty good, but that's gonna accelerate things and she's gonna delete everything. Okay. Nice. Okay. Yep. Loving this. I just... Oh, the super armor. The super armor is so good. And thankfully with this amount of HP and HP recovery and damage reduction, the enemies are not going to be able to deal with me. Yeah, look at that, the damage. I just eliminate the rest of them by abusing the combos and... Come on. All HP recovery. HP recovery on the enemy. But even so, I can. There. Can I use the active again? Yeah, I can. Okay, come on. There. I just do this. And one more. There. Yeah, the enemy has a ton of HP recovery, this particular enemy. So it's nice that we finally have this enemy on a challenging stage, where it has enough HP and damage reduction to actually be a challenge. Let's see. The next one. A ton of machines and humans. Finally, we can change this to a demon. Which demon would be fun? Technically, go with Felicia, but no, not Felicia. Eleanor. Let's go with Eleanor and let's use her. Her package weapon. Do I have the package weapon available? Yes, yes, I do. Excellent. So I'm gonna put this weapon, and of course, since it increases critical, we do this, this, and this. So I have... Wait. There are humans. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna use the effect per se. So I put... this weapon, why not? Just for the stats. Whatever Magatamas, yeah. Then... the green one, Stampede. Yeah, we have to go with the green build if I want to do this. to maximize the damage done by criticals. And as such, I'm using a demon. Yeah. Increases damage of demons. Yeah, to maximize my damage, I'm gonna go like full glass cannon. Because Eleanor isn't exactly like... She doesn't have HP recovery, first of all. She has some ways with the ambitious weapon, actually. But she's not like very good at HP recovery. But she can dish out a good amount of damage if properly built. She's the kind of characters that you need to invest a lot of resources just so that she's able to perform on par with other damage dealers, but I mean, my cannon is already strong, so I can do it. And this weapon is pretty decent, honestly, because, again, you are with critical damage increase. That's always busted. And we know because of Zaika. So, yeah. Let's see. As for the skills, we need a Stampede. No doubt about that. Geyser Burst is an easy one to activate. Oh, I cannot put Stampede on Acid Rain. Acid Rain is one of the best skills she has. I'll just use Aqua Curtain to increase my damage. It is more a buffing skill more than anything. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Okay, so let's go with this one. Oh yeah, stats of the customs and stat training. And for this, she's a ranged attacker. She's assist, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not gonna use this one. So increase critical for ranged attackers, increase critical for demons, and increase critical for ranged attacks. Yeah, these three should do. So let's just destroy everything. And the only thing that I gotta do is that I gotta lure the enemies properly. I evade, I charge, and I obliterate. As simple as that. So that's all I have to do. Lure, charge, buff, charge, and obliterate. Yeah, I mean, and I'm not even getting too many stacks of Taimanin Shinmorem, so that's something to take into consideration. She is strong. She's pretty strong, especially with that weapon. Like, critical damage on UR is just busted. We've learned that with Kirara, with Lina, with Saika. So yeah, the weapon is pretty good. Lastly, Oboro. So I start by doing this, and then there. I'm just going to evade one more time. Oh, come on. Evade. You won't attack? Okay, I'll attack then. Good enough? There. I wanted to proc the buff one more time, but they wouldn't attack me. So yeah, it's fine. Yeah, Eleanor. I mean, she is underperforming in comparison to other characters, but any character can be devastating as long as you build them properly, as you just saw. The next stage is going to be some machines and more humans. So that means we want another demon. Which demon? Which demon? Let's see, how many bosses? 3 bosses. With damage. Range attacks to some degree, not too much. They're gonna come after me. So, there's gonna be a ton of mobs. Which demon is gonna be good against multiple mobs? I could just have fun with Kirara, or yeah, red lapis, lovely red lapis, my favorite kind of lapis. Yeah, I mean, this character is just too strong. She's and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. They shouldn't nerf her in any way, shape, or form. But let me explain. Lapis is an excellent healer and buffer on green. She has healing capabilities. She's better at healing on blue, and she can still heal on green, but she also buffs the party. But on red, she's an insane damage dealer. So yeah, we're gonna use moral boost, piercing dash, and a skydance. And then for the supporters, yes. Wait, Baretta, Bakali, Ingrid, and Fujitsuki because there's gonna be mobs. That's why. Bakali Ingrid on the main because she's going to increase the critical rate of the demons. What about this? Range demon. So I take away the range effects and I change them for melee effects, and that should be it. Yeah, she's just going to destroy everyone in her path. I mean, yeah, just look at Lapis. It is pretty silly that they designed her to be a supporter, and first everyone was using her as a supporter, as a dedicated supporter, but then we notice how strong she is, pairing the red build with the Momochi weapon, and yeah, she becomes an insane attacker. You saw how fast I beat that? Oh, oops. Oh. Well, I disrespected the enemy, so let's try that one more time. Yeah, obviously, I'm not using anything that is reducing damage. And in fact, I'm increasing the damage taken by equipping the Cannon Warrior. So let's try that one more time, but this time I'm gonna respect the damage they can deal. So I just... Yeah, one hit! One hit is all it took to destroy that wave. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're dealing too much damage. Yeah, probably I should equip something that gives me damage reduction. Wow, yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. Already done. Oof, no. I'm not gonna win. No, I do need... okay, that wasn't smart of me. So, what can I do to change the outcome? Honestly, just by changing one supporter. I just need Suzune. Like, Suzune fixes this, because I'm gonna get HP recovery, and I'm gonna get control over the enemy thanks to the active, because I snare the enemy. And I also get the damage increase effect, because the enemy is always gonna be debuffed because of my weapon. So, yeah. Both weapon 5 out of 5 and plus 15. Like, I don't need to become tankier. Maybe I need to drop the Cannon Warrior, but nah. I like the damage. This is fun. Yeah, as long as I don't take damage, I should be fine. Or at least too much damage. Okay. Just like that. Perfect. Now I reposition to be near the bosses. And I start by using the healing skill. Oh god. Ah, no! Don't do that! Don't do that, you evil do. Ah! Nope. Okay. It seems I do need HP recovery. This was fun, but... okay. A real build. I just need to drop one thing, and it's the damage. And put some damage reduction. No, yeah, I know. This is what's making it too hard. Mm, I actually am not that knowledgeable about defense increase effects, other than the name of Fuma. And while the name of Fuma is pretty good, there's gonna be mobs, but the bosses deal the most damage. Um, let's see, what damage reduction effect should I put? Increase critical rate, reduce damage taken from all enemies. Not bad. Reduce damage taken from machines, reduce damage taken from, reduce damage taken from ranged. Increase damage dealt to all enemies, reduce damage taken from all enemies. Library Ghost is actually pretty good. Melee, ranged, deal damage to protect the character. Damage dealt to protect their characters, increase. Reduce damage taken from humans. Reduce damage taken from demons. Damage increase against enemies with wet. Fortitude increases 40% damage against enemies inflict. Damage reduced. Let's see. I guess the library girls is good enough. Nah, I'll go with the Fuma. The name of Fuma. Because most of the damage is gonna come from those. I'm also going to change Baretta. Yeah, I can just equip easily Gal Lilim, like the generic damage increase and damage reduction. And that should be good enough to not get deleted, I think. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that these enemies are dealing that much damage and that this is a challenge. It's not often that that happens on the first run. At least not on my account. So, anyways, already eliminated these ones. I reposition and I use Skydance, followed by Moral Boost, and I use Susune with Skydance, and I'm just gonna wait a little bit to drop the cooldown of Susune. Just a little bit. I drop that super armor and just wait one bit. Like when it's at 15-second cooldown, it will be fine. Yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough. So now I'm going to... Oh god. Yeah, perfect. That's what I wanted. No, don't do that. Don't use that thing. Not the shuriken. No. You evildoer. You evildoer. The combination, it is deadly. Because it has the pulling effect next to the tracking skill. God. Not bad. Not bad. This is actually a challenge. I love it. Okay. Well. Time to get serious. I'm gonna drop Lapis. I just wanted to destroy this one, like every stage, but no, it seems that I gotta do things the proper way. So the combination of a pulling effect and a tracking homing missile. What can I do to just obliterate everything? Like I could have used a Borrow. There's multiple enemies. Okay, Red Ragnarok. I'm gonna. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use the SR. The SR is more than enough. With water element, like this, we put whatever weapon with attack Magatamas. 5 out of 5 and plus 15 both weapons. I'm gonna go with red, along with absolute zero or icicle shot, icicle zone, and frostwind. Do I want frostwind? Let's see. Or do I want? I already have absolute zero. That's why. I thought like I had a different command. Okay. Uh, I'm an assist demon. Assist demon. I need to be tanky for this one. There's gonna be mobs. So since there are gonna be mobs, I'm definitely using Fuyutsuki. No doubt about that. What can I put to become tankier? I mean, technically, there's this one and Sharia. But I don't wanna. Not those two. Because they only cover one side of the spectrum. Let's see. Galgilim is not gonna be that great because I'm not debuffing the enemy. If I equip the Momochi weapon, I would be debuffing the enemy. I am debuffing the enemy, but they are not gonna attack me when I freeze. So, yeah. Which one is good? Which one is good on the defensive side? Spinel could be. Spinel is not a bad choice. I'll use Spinel. Okay. She has defensive capabilities as well as a time stop. So, yeah, that's gonna be strong. And I know. I'm gonna put Anna Rose on the main. Which is something weird, but she gives a ton of HP. Thanks to the effect. The critical doesn't really matter. And Susune? Nah. Barretta. Barretta is good enough. Generic damage increase. I have a ton of HP recovery naturally, so that shouldn't be a problem. And I'm gonna focus crit, damage reduction, and more damage reduction. What is my type? I'm assist, right? Assist and demon. So let's see. With that in mind, what is it gonna be? Assist. Critical damage of assist type character. Maximum HP. Penetration. Damage. What about demons? What do you offer to demons? Increase damage dealt to. Reduce damage taken from. Penetration. Increase damage dealt to. Reduce damage taken from. Increase damage dealt by. Reduce damage taken by. Oh, that's pretty small. Well, I'll guess I'll go with assist. The assist effects are better. No. I'll go with, I know. Library Girls. Combined with the name of Fuma, I should have good damage and good damage reduction. Where are Library Girls? The Library Girls. This one. So with this, I have critical damage, damage increase, and damage reduction at the same time. So I should be tanky enough, and with my XP recovery, I should be able to deal with the enemies. So I just immediately after attack, hold attack. Yeah, that's the one. Just like that. Done. Hold attack. And I destroyed them. And yeah, now it's doable. I mean, Lapis is good, but if she doesn't delete the enemies, you see that she struggles. Which she's strong. It's just that I mean, I guess this stage is not for Lapis, for red Lapis at least. Okay. I just stop the enemies and I deal damage like crazy as usual. And then I just evade so that the enemies are gonna be staying in place and come on there. Lovely. Ah, and Lan is alive. Lan is alive. Incredible. Yeah, I mean, it's Ragnarok. Of course, Ragnarok is gonna be able to do this. Lapis didn't have enough healing, but Ragnarok does. But it was fun. Definitely fun. Let's see. For this one, humans, machine, humans and machine. Okay, this counts as a human if you say so. So, let's see. By judging by the type of oh my god, I'm gonna need something strong actually. Rinku's a very fast character as an enemy, so she's going to be really annoying. So I need someone who is able to keep the enemies in place, who is tanky or who has, well, let's go with Astaroth. Yeah. Why Astaroth? She's not gonna be so busted that she is just going to delete everyone. But I'll also have to take care of my positioning because of this particular enemy, which are going to stun lock me to death. So yeah, I'm fighting against humans, so um, I'll use Lost Drive because I want to go red particularly. So yeah, I just put this. I could also go with the, what's the name? Ah, wait. The Momochi weapon. I could go with the Momochi weapon, but I don't want to use the Momochi weapon. So this and this. Yeah, because I want to go red. Probably it's a better idea to use the Momochi weapon because I would have more damage. But this should suffice. Red, Phoenix, and what is this? Yeah, I want the distance, so I'm using Fire Blast. Let's see. As for the supporters, I'm gonna be debuffing the enemy. So I can use Susune. I can use this one, and I can use the Baretta. But in this particular case, I just want an insane amount of damage. So I'll go with pure critical. Where is the critical range? Critical range and critical range. There. Along with critical demon, that should do. Why? We want as much damage as possible so that Astaroth doesn't have to deal with the mobs. Because for the bosses, she can just like run and that should be more than enough. Okay, just like that. Perfect. Yeah. Excellent. Now I'm gonna use this. Oh, come on, really? Nice. Good enough. As I mentioned, just abusing the active should be more than enough. The active is going to allow us to heal and control the enemies. And there, the insane damage that I need just to clear the wave. Perfect. Now there are more enemies over there. I just need to reposition properly. And I use this and the enemies are not going to move anymore because of the debuff. And now... There. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ultimate. Well, that was fun. That was fun. Yeah, pretty fun. So, let's see the next one. The next one. Ooh. Machines, machines, machines. Only machines? No, wait, a demon. Yeah, I can commit to go with a demon or a human. Which human would I like? Considering that we are facing the stun machines and the tackle machines and the LWS squad. Okay. I do not want a melee character, that's for sure. And if I do, I want someone who has range attacks. Like Sue can go with range attacks. Ooh. The best choice, guys, would be to use Micah. Why Micah? Because she has a free weapon that you can equip. Riot 10-9 is just gonna be excellent for this stage. Even though it's not gonna deal increased damage to the demon enemy, the demon boss, most of the stage is gonna be machines. So yeah, I just do this, and this, and this. Sorry. Let's see. This. The other wind are critical rate increase, so that's why I don't equip them. To increase the stats, I'm just gonna put this as a bit stick because I haven't worked on increasing the enchantment level of the PP weapon, which is actually better stat wise when max out. Both weapons 5 out of 5 plus 15. Yeah, I wanna go blue. Why blue? Like technically, I could go green. Should I go green? Okay, I'll go green. Blue is easier because I can over rely on Massacre Grenade. But I'm gonna go green just so that I don't do that. And instead, what should I use? I want HP recovery in case of an emergency. So I'm gonna use Akane. Then, of course, in We're Going Crit, we're gonna use Kaoru. And the question is who to put at the very end for green. We need green. We gotta go triple green on this one. Let's see. Who is it gonna be? Well, I can just go with the classic Nanao. Nanao is gonna be good enough because she gives critical damage. Damage increase on range attacks. Yeah, that's good enough. We have the stats of the customs, stat training, and oh yeah, the skills. Range, and we changed this demon for protect. She's a protect type character, so critical on protect, and she's gonna deal devastating damage. Micah doesn't really care that much about HP recovery, unlike oh yeah, the skills. The skills are the classic set of explosive round, incendiary round, are carpet bombing. It's Micah. She only uses explosive rounds and carpet bombing. So yeah, and the pure color skill. Wait, explosive round. Wait a moment. I actually may have made a mistake. Let me check. Weapon. Explosive round. Yeah, it's not explosive round. It's ruthless explosion. It's always ruthless explosion, carpet bombing, and your pure color skill. That's basically all of Micah's builds. So yeah, let's go back. And as I was saying, while the build is very similar to what Lapis was trying to do, the difference is that Micah doesn't need to get near the enemy. She can just delete them from afar. She doesn't need to expose herself. Just like that. And... okay, no. 1, 2, and 3. Let's see, where are you? Oof. Here they come. I'm gonna use the active right now just to heal and so that I don't have to wait. Too much for the next healing. Okay, so I start by dodging. Yeah, like that. Then Ruthless Explosion. Then Incendiary Round. And that dealt with most of the enemies. Then I use the... did I already defeat the demon? And I don't have damage increase against him. What's up with that? Okay. Well, the LWC squad is strong. And I'm gonna ulti that thing. Oh, well, maybe I don't need to. Okay, so... yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. My guy is just busted. Like, range attackers in general have always been busted because as a hack and slash, the balance revolves around being near the enemy. So, yeah. Let's see. Machine and Demon. We are facing Machine and Demon type enemies that want to be near me. As such, which human character do I want to use? Inagi is not a great idea. I want to use Inagi, but no. Okay, let's use Rinko. I actually got the weapon because of the desire. Like, the new weapon. Max out. So, yeah, it's a good way to test the weapon. And abuse its effect. Actually, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Yeah. Along with whatever attack Magatama. Well, both weapons 5 out of 5 and plus 15. So, you know that Rinko is gonna work here. As for the color, which color do I want? I think I'm gonna go blue. Again, tanky blue, relying on Massacre Kurenai. Why so? Because Rinko's not gonna have HP recovery. Not the way I'm building her, at least. She has HP recovery on blue, but you have to give up the meteor impact, and I don't wanna. Let's see. Damage increase. Reduce damage taken. Pretty good. Pretty good for the most part. Like, I would like to equip Wind Slicer, but I actually have to abuse the cooldown, so the Shift and Violet Shift are the best options. So, weapons, skills, supporters, stats of the customs, and of course she's gonna have a ton of customs, and that's gonna make her strong. And of course the stat training. Oh yeah. Over here, I think that enhancing her color would be better. So by just putting assist, we have over here the critical assist. We have penetration of support. Well, technically it's assist type characters. Penetration is good enough. Critical rate, damage increase. This one. Not all my damage is going to be melee, but most of it is going to be melee. So yeah, this is going to be good enough. So let's do the run. Honestly, my fails with Lapis were the funniest thing, but well, I just do this and this. Can I just... the shift one more time? Meteor impact. Wow. Damage. Okay. Yeah. She's not strong enough. Well, doesn't matter. She's good enough as she is. She desperately needs the 4 slots if she's gonna use this weapon. But thanks to all the damage reduction and HP increase, she's gonna have no troubles dealing with this stage, really. And that's why we need enough super armor on the characters. Like, I wasn't even able to cast my meteor. Come on. There. And done. And I gather the enemies and I use the second time. Really? Why? Why? Gremory, give her super armor. Like, the fix that they gave her with the weapon for the super armor isn't exactly that great. Because while she's able to get a good amount of hits on her combos, she is not abusing them. It should have been only like 10 combos to get the super armor, not 20. There. Finally. Now, I'm gonna start by using the buff, which is pretty risky, but we start with this. There. My god, this enemy is tanky. Meteor impact. And yeah, that worked. At least I beat the mobs. That's the thing. The shift, violet slash. Okay, just one more. The shift, violet slash, meteor, done. So yeah, of course Rinko can do it. I mean, anyone can do it with a tank build and massacre grenade. He's just a busted supporter. Let's see, for the next one, for the Demonite. Delicious. Machine, demon, machine, demon. So again, they want me to use a human. There's gonna be multiple enemies. Because this one can summon clones, if I'm not mistaken. And she's gonna be tanky. Again, an excellent option is to use a Ragnarok, but I don't want to use Ragnarok. So who do I use? Who do I use? I don't want to use Massacre Grenade again. I wanted to use... okay, Anna Rose. Anna Rose is a good option. I could go with her renewal weapon, but it is unnecessary. I'll just use these ones. Right now we have some vouchers that you can pick on the Total War shop, so that you get more copies of this weapon. Like, they really want you to have this weapon. Let's see. Critical damage, water. Yeah, just like that. Perfect. Okay. Followed by whatever attack Magatama. And then a question. Which should I use? The action round. Fang. Let's go with Rev. Why not? Why not? Am I going to debuff the enemy? No, I'm gonna hyper buff myself. So since I'm making a hyper buff strategy, I want to use melt. Is there something like when doing a critical attack, increase penetration? This is going to buff me. So I want to put this over here. Is there another supporter that is going to give me a buff? His critical hit increases damage by seconds. Okay, yeah. Basically, with all of this, I'm gonna get super buffed. And Devour, because HP recovery. HP recovery, just like that. I could use Badosen, but Devour is still better. So, it's a shame for Badosen, but it is what it is. Let's see. Which one? Let's go with this one. So, start of the customs, start training, and if I'm not mistaken, no, technically in this build, I am using a range attack. Most of her builds are gonna be like melee focused. Regardless of that, I can commit to use this Halloween Expedition team. And what else do I want to use? This goes down. Oh, well, technically it's a free critical damage increase for all. So, critical damage of suppressed. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Lastly, I just take the penetration and I increase critical damage and critical rate for demons with making a splash. And that should do it. Yeah, let's just destroy this one. I mean, Anna Rose is just too strong. She's not number 1 anymore. But she doesn't need to be number 1. God, she's so strong. Yeah, that was. I left Divine Wrath. I forgot to take out Divine Wrath, which doesn't matter, honestly. Like, I just need Rymax and Devour to make this build work. There. But you can put whichever skill you want instead of Divine Wrath. And as I mentioned, it's just going to work. There. Nice. Perfect. Simple. Well, there's benefits to using Divine Wrath, and it's that you're gonna have more skills so that you can use your stacks. Because since it's a follow-up attack, you can just abuse that. Okay, so I start by using Devour, followed by Rymax. Why Devour? Because of the debuff. One more time. Yeah. God, is this strong? Yes, it is. Pretty strong. Devour. The HP recovery. Yeah. But I like these enemies. They are extremely tanky, extremely strong. Would I say they are on par with Total War, or what it used to be? I mean, nothing can compare to the original Total War, the higher steps right now. But this is a pretty good challenge in my opinion. Because I'm not able to one-shot these enemies. The Lapis incident was me trying to one-shot everything, but no, I couldn't. Which is nice. Now let's see the last stage. This is gonna be fun. Which one? Which character? Let's see. Oops. We have here human, machine, demon. Queen. Wait, 2 Queen Canaloas. Wiram, Knight Ingrid, Saya Neo, and Great Death Wraith. Along with a demon human mercenary high rank. Human machine demon. No matter what I use, they are going to have damage reduction. Okay. The most annoying one is gonna be Queen Kanaloa, so I don't wanna use a demon. If it does summon, if it summons 8 of those minions, and if it's able to summon even more, god, that would be annoying. I'm gonna need someone who has a wide AoE attack. Not demon, wide AoE attack. Let's see. Machines. It could finish with Saika. It is a terrible idea because she doesn't have a wide attack as I just said that I need. But I could. Momochi is doable. No, she's not strong enough. She's strong, but not strong enough to make this with the greatest of ease. Okay, since I just leveled up my Sue, I guess I could just finish with Sue. Though I don't have like oh, I'm just missing one copy. What a shame. Well, but I do have the Momochi weapon, and that's good enough. As for the Magatamas, I'll just use water and wind, since going blue means means using the range attack. Okay, like that, perfect. And now I equip the attack Magatamas. Both weapons 5 out of 5 and plus 15. Let's see. Ryu, Hashin, Sendenka, and Shinryuga. I think I prefer... Which one do I don't want? I think I'm gonna drop Sendenka in favor of Ryu Rinkoku, because I wanted damage reduction. And how much is the cooldown? 10 seconds for 6 seconds of super armor, but we also have to take into account the cooldown. So yeah, probably it will be fine. Let's see. As for blue, I am a protective character. I don't have HP recovery, so again, we need this. I could go with this, which is a generic good option. But I'm gonna simplify things by just equipping Nana. And which is a good damage increase option? Generic damage increase. I'm not gonna... Oh, well, technically, yes. I could use Kana. Yes. Let's see. So, I'm gonna have 2 buffs, at least, from this one. I think that even 3 or 4, depending if I use the active. And then another one. No, I don't want to use Kana. Who? I guess the classic Kana Rose, just cause. It's a generic option, it's pretty good. And let's just mourn right at the end of this video, because we didn't have Witch-Su this year. I'm surprised we didn't have Witch-Su this year. So, let's mourn with this custom. Let's see. I'm using a protective character, so critical damage increase for a protective character. Damage increase along with melee damage increase, because the main damaging skill is not melee, but 12% damage increase on that is good enough. And the last one. Oh god, I think the Queen Canaras do not count as bosses. The library girls. That would be the best option, technically. I was about to take the name of Fuma, but the library girl seems to be way better, considering the Queen Canalas. So, Queen Kanaloa. Queen Kanaloa. Or maybe it's not Queen Kanaloa. Maybe it's just normal Kanaloas. God. God, I forgot about the invincibility. This is gonna take some time. Okay, I'm gonna use the buff so that I can just not obliterate the enemy, but deal with them faster. Except the ones that are God, this one is gonna be difficult. Mainly because of the Kanaloa buffs. Not like everything else is fine. I cannot do this. Well, not at least on green. No, no, no. I totally disregarded that. Well, honestly, it's not that I disregarded, more like I forgot about that. So I have to change the strategy. I am forced to use either very niche things like Hebico, which is able to remove buffs. We can also use the weapon, the decisive weapon from Felicia. I guess I can use Felicia. No, because I don't want to use the decisive weapon. I want to go green. Who? Well, let's finish with Saika. What else? Whatever. Who cares? Let's just do Saika. Like, I didn't want to use Saika, but I'm gonna need someone who uses a green build. And on the green build, I have to put on the main Core Phantasma. Okay, that explains why they're rerunning Core Phantasma right now. It makes sense. It makes sense. They are incentivizing people to pick this supporter. I just put this, and I put this. Yeah, pure critical with the ability to remove buffs. HP recovery, Gale kick for the defense reduction, and shadowless kick. I'm gonna need the HP recovery. No doubt about that. So, with that in mind, I am using an assist type character, so this is gonna change. I put this skill, and let's check those assists. Critical damage, and again I could use Cannon Warrior, but Home Alone should do. Yeah, with that, okay, this is not gonna be a challenge. I just which was the yeah, it's this. And I just destroy every single enemy and heal myself with an insane amount of HP recovery. And the ability to just spam my skills allows me to just forget about the damage that I take. Yep, HP recovery. Oh, Saika, you are broken now. Like, the skill cooldown is probably... Like, everything is broken on the rework of Saika. But if I have to say what is the most impactful aspect, it's probably the cooldown reduction. The 30% cooldown reduction. It is just so abusable. And yeah, multiple waves of enemies. That's gonna be nice. So similar to the last floor, the last floor, floor 120. Floor 130 is gonna be divided in waves. so that you fight the demons, then I guess the machines, no, the humans, and last the machines. Is it? No, it doesn't seem that way. I'm fighting all of these right now. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yeah. HP recovery. And kaput. Oh yeah. Saika's ability to heal. Love it. Oh my god! Ah! Woof! That was close. Come on, come on, come on. And just this and... Perfect. There. Done. And no ultimate. Come on. Let's see. Oh no, Queen Kanaloa. Honestly, I was expecting Queen Kanaloa. But do not disregard the Kanaloa babies. Those are annoying because of their ability to inflict debuffs and their invincibility, which you have to remove yourself because it's a permanent invincibility. So yeah, I like this challenge, honestly. It was pretty nice. Finally, like, the combination of enemies was pretty smart this time. Like, which was it? This one. Mainly, no. Was it? Which one was the one that was coming? Yeah, this one. Lan is going to pull your characters. Anuboro is going to summon more enemies, and she's going to do the Death Zone, the Beyblade Death Zone, as well as the Fuma Shuriken, which is going to follow you. So yeah, that combination is pretty strong. To make a challenge in this game, honestly, what Grimoire needs to do is combine the different characteristics of the bosses, just like they did on this one. That's a pretty smart challenge, honestly. And yeah, this one was a particularly good challenge because of the invincibility. I am forced to either take a while against each of the Kanaloas if you have mixed damage, or we are forced to remove those debuffs, those buffs, which honestly, there's few things in the game able to reliably remove those debuffs. If I'm not mistaken, over here, where is she? Where is she? Oh, I guess I have her equipped, so I'll just do this. Increase damage taken. When hit, remove 5 buffs of an enemy at a 10% chance. If you have HP recovery on a ranged character, on a green build, you can equip Sora, and she's gonna help you out with that. We can also, of course, equip the de facto supporter for removing buffs, that is Core Phantasma. And there's also the option of using, as I mentioned, where is she? Heaviko, which I don't see, but you know Heaviko over here. With the active, unfortunately, which would require a lot of time to actually be able to defeat the enemies, it's better to rely on passives. There's also the weapon, Felicia's weapon, the decisive weapon. Let's go decisive Felicia, which slightly increases attack, has a 10% chance of removing 5 buffs when attacking. So yeah, that's something that you can use. But well, that was fun, honestly. Let me know in the comments what you think, guys. And if you want more builds, like right now it's just as easy as equipping Saika, Sora, or Anna Rose properly, and they'll demolish anything. But I can do more builds. And soon enough, I'll be doing Sue's Let's Play, because I haven't done her video. because she wasn't maxed out, but she's finally at level 87. So yeah, that's good. Anyways, that's about it for today. I hope you found it useful, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye.